Welcome to the Property Square by VAAL Real Estate, a podcast where we get to unpack all the realities of real estate in Uganda and beyond. From opportunities on the ground to big opportunities shaping the future, we discuss it all. And on the very first episode, we got to talk about off-plan property investment. What exactly is it? We got to understand why investors tend to choose for it. What are the benefits? Is it the long-term payment plans that are normally offered? Is it the flexibility in terms of choosing some finishes that you may want? We literally broke it down. And on the very our second episode, we get to talk about something else as well in real estate, and that's luxury. A word that is often thrown around. We get to know: is it about the marble countertops? Is it the infinity swimming pools? Is it the location, or is it actually the pricing itself? Today, we'll probably be breaking it down further. And to help me talk about this very subject, I have two people with me. Uh, One is a familiar face already, but there's another candidate we brought in from Turkey to help us discuss it. So I'll let them introduce themselves and then we can finally begin.
Okay, hi Brian. Brian is my name, Deputy Head of Sales of VAAL Real Estate Uganda. It's my pleasure to join you today, and I hope we can drive a valuable content for people to help them to get the right investment and the right home.
And that's precisely why you're here.
Yeah.
That's a different perspective from where you've been. So happy to have you around.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm very much excited to be here. Second time, the nerves have kind of calmed down. But yeah, my name is Mwesigwa Joy, property consultant, VAAL Real Estate. Let's get into it.
All right. And then getting into it where we begin.
Yeah.
Luxury, often, even I think pretty much where we are as VAAL. I've had so many people, whenever they're introducing themselves over the phone, you probably get to hear, we're a luxury property developer, headquartered in Turkey and all those kind of things. And it keeps me wondering, what do people perceive luxury as actually? It's a word that everyone throws around. What exactly is it? What are the different facets of luxury? Is it the location? Is it the amenities that people tend to talk about? Is it the exclusivity? What is it according to you, Joy? What do you think it is?
Okay, according to me, luxury, basically in Uganda, I would say people attach luxury to the price. Something expensive, automatically now that's luxury. But I would just, to just be different from other people, to me, it's not how expensive something is, but how it makes me feel, what I enjoy from this particular thing. So leave the price alone. It's exactly how something, let's say a property, makes me feel as a person. Yes, that's luxury to me.
Ibrahim, for some of us that were born and bred here, back in school, if your parent had a Land Cruiser, that was considered luxury. It went even to the
Rich
basics.
kids.
If someone had powdered milk, that was considered okay.
Fountain pen.
From where you grew up, how was it? How do people understand luxury?
Let's say in Turkey, we define luxury as an experience, let's say, total experience. So people in Turkey, they don't focus on just the quality or price, like what Joey mentioned. A lot of people, they have a misconception about this one, about luxury. When you talk about luxury, it's just to get a very expensive something with but the quality should be very good. So now I have something, I can call it luxury. But in Turkey, people are focusing on the experience itself. Experience started from the beginning when they are dealing with the real estate agency, how they are dealing with and these things. Also, it comes to the location. What is the location, the prime locations that they are focused on to get their property in, and also the quality for sure. What is the quality they have? But the most important thing for people in Turkey, it's all about the amenities that I have in my
Experience.
So pretty much
By-
what you're saying is the moment I walk into an office, let's say the property developer or any person dealing in property in Turkey, what I need to look out for the very first thing is what they actually, how the person approaches it for us. What is it?
Presentation.
This is the presentation. The whole entire aspect before I even look at the property matters.
Yeah, people in the agents that are working in real estate,
Yeah.
they are focusing on giving the client from the beginning the perfect experience of purchasing a unit. So they start, let's say, most of our developers, they should have a show house like what we have here. They maybe in the sales office for each project, they make a sales office as a model, and they construct a show house. Maybe they can construct different types, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. So they can give the client, when he enters the sales office, he can experience everything, what he would see, what is the material that he will get. Because in Turkey, we are giving the units is like what we are doing here in VAAL. It's we say it's semi-furnished, so people can express the finishings that you are putting, the kitchen, how it's look like. Because the wife for sure, when she came, it's very, very important to her to see
The kitchen.
what the kitchen will be look like, and this is what I will have, and this thing.
So that's when the marble countertops come.
Yeah, typical.
Just hold the thought,
Look
right?
at these things.
For Joy, let's say, before you join real estate, because let's say, let's face it, majority of people, especially with what we're doing in off-plan property developments, it's a new concept in the country that
Sure.
we're starting to understand. But before you join real estate, what would you probably have described luxury in real estate to you before? Now that you have
On like a
different take, but
layman-
before, on the
yeah.
layman's understanding, how do you think would have you luxury?
I'm going to be very typical because ideally, before I join real estate, luxury is, of course, price. Expensive. Like if you're selling to me a pen of, let me say 1,000 Ugandan shillings, and someone is selling to me a pen of 25,000, this is definitely luxury because it's expensive. So of course I attached luxury to price, Then of course the aesthetic.
But now that you've been there,
Yeah.
would you probably say expensive automatically means luxury?
No, for real. No, for sure. There's some things that are expensive. I don't want to, I'm not going to bash anyone, But the things I see and they're expensive, but really, is this luxury? No.
You don't find the value.
The price is there, but I can't see the value in it. I can't see the experience in it. I can't see how it's going to elevate me as a person or, so luxury price, it's a thin line, but yeah, there's
Especially in
difference.
economies like ours where there's no price index. It's very easy for someone to price his house or even just land
for sure.
at whatever amount he wants, as whether it matches that value may not necessarily be it's left in
Accurate,
it. As long as there's a ready buyer, it becomes the new price. So that becomes
sure.
yeah, I can clearly see how that could be a bit skewed. Now, speaking about property, there's one thing I think that tends to be quite important, especially when people are picking up properties, and that's location. Would you consider location to be a description of what luxury would be? Or if it's a location, what are some of the things that you would probably say for a location to be considered luxury? These are the bare minimum it should have.
Okay. Location is the epitome of luxury. I would like to say that for starters. I think location is the epitome of luxury. I cannot say I have a luxury house, but I have a non-tarmac road. It has potholes. The water supply is, electricity is going off every now and then. That's not luxury living, ideally. Luxury living is pretty much having a 5-star experience every day. And if I can't have a 5-star experience every day in the location that I'm in, that's not luxury. So I will attach the road network. I will attach proximity. I will attach security. That's all in location, So ideally, 100% location is the epitome of luxury to me. Yeah.
Now that's the Ugandan take.
Yeah.
How about out of Uganda? What are people? What's the location all about? What are some of the things you expect?
Well, sure, location for us is the most important thing. It's all about the infrastructure for this location, how it's look like. Because you may be in a prime location. People call it prime location, but it has like small streets and these things. It's all the traffic there is very, very high and these things. So for us to have accessibility, to have everything you want, you can find it easily.
Yeah.
This is what we can say. This is the prime location that I can find. And let me share with you a story. When I was planning to came here, all people I asked them, they have experience here in Uganda. They told me they recommend for me Nakasero or Kololo.
Okay.
If you want to go and you need to live there, it's only Nakasero or Kololo. In this time, I don't know why. What is Nakasero or Kololo? Because for sure, Turkey is a well-developed country, so you can find many places that we can call it a prime location. But when I came here and I live here for like one month, I understand why
That is for
Nakasero
sure,
and
Nakasero,
Kololo,
Kololo.
you can call it a prime location.
For sure.
Starting, you can see the infrastructure is there, the electricity, as Joy said. This thing is very, very important. Also, the roads, the traffic, and is not too high, and you can access from many different ways. Like Cadenza, for example, you can access the project from 3 different streets, which is very good. Or if someone is one street has traffic, you can use another one. So I don't stuck in jam.
Yeah.
So also when I came, I found everything you want, the malls, the hospitals, the schools. I found
proximity.
everything that's around me. Just maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I can go, I can find whatever I want. I can find it's here. The banks, when I want to open my bank account, I found here in Nakasero, just
Like
in
2
around,
minutes from office, yeah.
just 2 minutes from my office. You can find the headquarters for most of the most bank, Abs Bank and this bank, the FCU Bank.
Yeah, pretty much close to the State House
Yeah.
in Uganda, so I can imagine why they
We talk about the security.
Yeah.
Security is very, very important once we are talking, because we have in a very bad stereotype about the African countries in Turkey. You know, when you are going there, people told you are going to live in Africa. What about the security there and this thing? I came here, I can hang out at 2 p.m., 2 a.m. No problem. There is no problem here.
Yeah.
So guys, so
Like
security for sure
Yeah.
is a very, very important thing when you are telling me a
It's
prime
a
location
perception,
or a
yeah.
luxury. For sure I should feel free that I can go at any time. So that's what I found here in Nakasero and Kulu.
You know, the two locations that you just mentioned, pretty much in Uganda, growing up, Kololo, Nakasero were areas that ideally were, aspirational. You
Yeah.
pretty much work hard to probably say,
I own.
I have an uncle
Yeah.
who raising
Yes.
Kololo
Yeah.
was an achievement. Or I have someone invites you to their office in Nakasero. That was considered big.
Yeah.
Of course, there are other places. I think that for people who grew
Prime.
up here, that were considered prime then. But I agree. I think areas like Bugolobi,
Luboa.
of course, there's a bias there.
Yeah.
But Kololo, I think, and Nakasero were pretty much considered the epitome of,
For sure.
of luxury. And it's very evident to see why.
Yeah, this what we can say. It's a community that you can live in or work in. The community is very, very high community or luxury community, because around us you can find a lot of embassies, high commissioner, the banks. So the community and the network that you will have.
So the quality of people that ideally you're going to
Your neighbors.
you
Who are your
associate with,
neighbors?
your
Yeah.
neighbors to make the location
For sure,
a bit
this
luxury.
thing affects the luxury experience that you will have.
You know, there's one thing mentioning those two locations that comes to mind, which is pretty much because if you look at Nakasero or Kololo, they're quite, it's not huge chunks of land. So you can probably say it's almost, it's impossible for every single person to own property there, even if they had the money nonetheless.
Yeah.
And that introduces another concept that I tend to probably, that tends to go hand in hand with something. If something is scarce, then it ideally becomes exclusive.
Yeah.
Would you probably say exclusivity as well plays a huge element in defining luxury? If someone can't have it, then
For sure. Yeah, it does. I mean, if everyone can have it, then there's a way it's known to luxury. There's something about something being rare to get. I mean, if there are like 3 keys in the world and I own one of them, I'm a big deal. Now that's real luxury. I'm one of a kind. I'm 1 in a billion. That's luxury to me for sure.
For sure, luxury will not be luxury if it's available for everyone. as you mentioned,
For sure.
if you want to get a Ferrari or something like this, for sure, it will. There is like a limited edition. You can get from Ferrari or for limited people, like 20 cars in the world. So that's what we can call luxury. So luxury in real estate, for sure, it's very exclusivity in real estate. It's really, really important, because especially here in Uganda, you couldn't find this kind of the good quality in the prime location with all factor, get the all factor to give you the luxury experience. Because from my perspective, luxury is a combination of many factors which working in harmony to give you this experience.
that's it.
So to get this one, for sure, it will be rare. you will not find everywhere that people can give you this kind of luxury. The prime location, the good quality.
So let's say you took, you just told me that if you took Cadenza that we're currently constructing, tallest residential tower in the land with all the amenities that you can think of, and put it place in Boyogere. Are you saying it will not it will not pass as luxury?
Not to bash the people where you're getting it, but if I get Cadenza residence and I put it in where you're getting it, I'm not going to charge it as I would have charged it in Nakasero, which is taking us back to location. But ideally, there's a lot of value in location. The value in Nakasero is, we can all attest to it.
So pretty much
It's different.
Cadenza,
Yeah.
the appeal of Cadenza, if you take it out of this location and take it somewhere else, the appeal slightly goes down. Yes, you can have
sure.
the finishes, but if you've not matched the product with the right location that is considered prime luxury, then ideally you've devalued the product.
For sure, 100%.
You will not be able to drive the same value for people if the project in Cadenza or in another place, in Nakasero or another place, because you will not be able to provide them the same service, the same. We talked about the infrastructure and these things. So a place like Nakasero, for sure, it's valuable for Cadenza.
You know, Ibrahim just brought out something quite interesting, and that's value. We talked about, you mentioned pricing. Ideally, if the price is so low vis-a-vis something that is the higher price, you're likely to consider the other at more price.
Yeah, for sure.
But does this really define value? What is the luxury without value? Can you say something can be luxurious, but then it has no value? How would you quantify those two? How would you balance them?
I would like to say, for starters, there's a reason why someone priced their apartment 89,000, and there's a reason why another person has priced theirs at 150. It's not about being exorbitant. That's what I think. It could be, though. It could be, because some people are just exorbitant. You know,
At the end of the day, if I'm selling my product, you could probably say it's my discretion, really, to price the way I want. But if someone is purchasing from me, especially, let's say we have a 2-bedroom unit, pricing mine at 270,000. Another has theirs, they can also price it at 500. It doesn't matter. Pricing logic depends at the discretion of the seller, isn't it?
yeah, for
And
sure.
for as long as there's someone willing to pay, you could probably say it passes. But when it comes to, let's say, luxury real estate, would you probably say, how would you balance those two, Ibrahim? The value.
For sure, when it comes to property, the real estate, if you are talking about luxury, for sure you should expect the price will not be low, for sure. But I will give you value that can fit or more than this one. That's what we are trying to give in VAAL. But that's our business model here. So yeah, I'm looking for the prime location, the premium quality that I'm giving to you. I'm giving you a different experience. Like, for example, like the beach, we are providing 25 different experience. So yeah, the price will not be, for sure, will not be cheap, will not be low, but I'm trying to giving you the value that it's more than. If you compare to the price, it will be more than this one.
But there are some cases where someone will argue, like, oh, those are things I may not necessarily use them. I just want to know what exactly, if I pay you 250,000 for a 2-bed, what exactly am I getting in this in this apartment? What exactly is it? How can I determine my value, the value back attached to that 250 in the 2-bed?
I would say we have different types of buyers. We have some people that buy, of course, looking at the amenities. Okay, I'm getting this 1-bedroom apartment, but what else comes with it? For example, I'll give you an example of like when you're buying a concert ticket, and then they're saying, okay, this concert, maybe the video is coming to Uganda, the tickets are $1,000. I'm like, $1,000? He better be singing for me in my room. Like what is coming with that $1,000? You know, is there a buffet? Is this like what is coming with that money? No, it's just an example. So with property, it's just like, what else am I getting? Where am I paying all this money?
So
you
we're
know?
looking at
Yeah, what is coming with
ideally,
this?
what kind of finishes are this person using? Are we probably looking at imports, maybe European imports? Some people will probably say is
Partly, yes.
the Turkish steel enforced door? Is it if it's a kitchen? Am I probably getting up with appliances attached to the money? Would you probably say that's where the conversation would be?
Of course, finishes 100%, but also the experience. Like I said earlier, for me, luxury is how it makes me feel. You know, also we cease buying properties. We cease buying properties so that we can have a property, but sometimes it's just a statement like, okay, I have something in Kololo. I have something in
Just a
Nakasero.
quick one. How about, because if I'm paying 250,000 for a unit and it's luxurious, and then 2 years later the price has dropped to 200, let's say 30, when the property is there, it has not grown in value. Would you probably consider that a luxury really?
No,
Because well, at least in my take, I thought if
ideally.
something is luxurious, then the one, for starters, it should barely not drop in value. And the only way I can also probably see if it's increasing in value is maybe how much I can sell it at when it's ready, in
Later,
terms
yeah.
of the appreciation. Or it could be in terms of how much money am I actually going to rent it out.
Yeah.
If I have a 2-bedroom apartment, how long is it going to take me to probably rent? To who? Which people are going to attract? Is that the same way that you would look at it, Ibrahim?
Yeah, for sure. This is, I think, it's very, very important things that you should take care about when you are looking for luxury and this thing. From my experience, you will find some people who value this luxury and they are looking for this one. And once you are here in Uganda market, you couldn't find it easily. So yeah, we found some people who came, a lot of clients, they came and they told us, who will get these ones? But if you go through Nakasero, for example, and you go to some places here that are providing something close to us, like Fontes, for example, here, they are charging for 2 bedroom $4,000 per month, and it's all fully occupied. You couldn't find a place; it's not available. That's why that's mean there is people who looking for this one, and the reason the price is high because it's limited. You couldn't find the supply is limited and demand is rising.
It's high.
Actually,
So
right now.
that would explain why someone asks for a penthouse, price is less than $1 million, and the person says, "But that's too high." Would you probably say the price would be able to explain the price is 1 million because the product is exclusive? It's a penthouse.
Yeah.
Let's say in Cadenza on the 28th floor of the tallest residential building in the land. Is that where you would want the conversation to go based on the fact that it's an exclusive product for starters?
Sure, you will be the only one who gets this penthouse in this level, 23rd, 24th floor. You'll be only the one who owns this thing. So after that, you can be the one who controls the price.
You're
for
buying
this
a
one.
statement.
It's something exclusive. So I can come and say it's the only penthouse in the country in this level with this view, with this premium quality. So I can ask for this price. So yeah, it's 1 million, but you can see the value that you will get from this 1 million. It may be higher than the one, for example, another penthouse with 700. This is very, very important thing. Also, I can give you an example for our projects at Cadenza and the Beach. If you are talking about the price, maybe and the value that we are giving. Let's give an example for someone who want to invest there. I can tell you that we are giving you the best and the higher ROI in the country, in Uganda. So you may pay, but you will earn this. So now it's obvious for you with numbers. You can see the value that you can get. So you may go for another property, but you will not get the same ROI that you can get. For example, in the beach, you are giving right now in the launch, it was 32. Right now, it's 20, 27, 25, but still because we are increasing the prices.
Yeah.
But you still get the highest ROI.
You know, every time that
It's a country.
conversation happens, the next question becomes, how do you guarantee it? How can you guarantee that I'll get that?
For sure, it's all about the market.
Yeah.
Once I came here and I go to see the market, because I come from my background from Turkey, to the ROI, it's almost 5%.
5%.
Yeah.
Sure. Wow.
And people still invest.
That's like
A lot of people
17, 15 years.
You can imagine a lot of people are going to Turkey to invest, and the best that you can get, it's 5%. So when I came here and people told me the ROI here can reach to more than 20%, what?
You're in shock.
Because that's mean I can get my money back in just 5 years. So when I came and I see the market, I go, for example, next year I go to this place. I want to rent an apartment for sure. They asked it for me for $3,000. What? $3,000 in Uganda? Because I rent my apartment in Turkey with $500
A month. Interesting.
per month. I pay 500. So when I came here and you told me 3,000, what you will give me? You will give me a villa or what kind of property? No, just 2-bedroom unit. It's like with 3,000. Some places I found it was 4,000.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah,
It
it does happen. If you look at the hotels alone, you can clearly see how much money they make in a night.
For sure.
All these places you're looking at about what, $150 a night on average.
Average, yes. Worst case
if
scenario.
someone just rents their hotel room for about let's say 20 days a month, that's already that's already
Quick math.
$3,000, almost close. It's a lot of it's amazing how much money people make in real estate.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the point here. When I came here, I found this, and the point where that the price for this unit, which you ask for 3,000, it's the same price for the unit that they're asking for 500 in
In
Turkey.
Turkey.
It's the same price.
But the returns.
That's how you can see
very-
the difference in return. Maybe in Turkey it will be at the maximum 5%. It can be 3 or 4, but here it can reach 2.
So pretty much you would probably say a smart investor, keeping all factors constant, Uganda would be a better place for them to invest in real estate
100%.
than
100%.
any other place.
Yeah, compared to any other place, because you have, for Dubai, for example, the one is booming right now. It's the best
about
you can get
8%.
8% to 10% in the best case. It's 10%. But here in this market, which is it's all about the supply is limited till now for the luxury apartment,
And the demand is there.
and the demand is raising.
Yeah.
So
This is the point.
typically, I think a person renting property here will end up paying way more higher in terms of rent, but getting less in terms of the what is available for them to use, the common amenities, and that's what tends to, I think, bring the next thing I thought we would talk about.
Okay.
All the spaces that you've mentioned, the hotels, if you go to most of these hotels, good spaces as they might be.
Yeah.
Or when you get out of Uganda and you visit almost the same brands per se, and get to look at what those brands have vis-a-vis the brands that are already established in Uganda, you get to see there's a huge
Gap.
gap
Yeah,
in
for
terms
sure.
of the amenities. But even away from the amenities, Ibrahim talks about the experience right from the time you walk into some of these hotels in terms of the customer service, how they approach you, the smiles that they give. It's very evident that when you travel to a place like Dubai and you enter a hotel, regardless of which hotel it is, the kind of
Reception
you get, and if it comes to service and how long it takes them to serve, that's all a whole entire experience.
Yeah.
So, as real estate experts, let's say for now, you qualify to be. What would you probably, if you're grouping amenities, what would you probably say your top 4 must-haves for a project or a building to be considered luxury? Like your non-negotiables.
I like to relate luxury to wellness.
Yeah.
personally, that's just my opinion. I like to relate luxury to how it can actually make my life better. So, of course, you know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
So, when we talk about wellness in luxury, for me, it's okay. I'm thinking about my health as well. That's luxury to me. Do I have a gym? Do I have a steam and sauna? You know, even just the air quality. Is there some greenery around? Like, what is the air quality in this location? That also counts as part of wellness going into luxury for me. So I would say you said 4 non-negotiables. I talked about the steam and sauna already. I like green spaces. Let's talk about I would say this is not very common. I've seen it before once, but I've also seen it in our projects, and it's almost everywhere. But I love a running track. I love a running track. I love a jogging track because I like to jog, not run. Not run. But I like to jog early in the morning or maybe later in the night. So it's a norm for people to jog on the streets of Kololo, the streets of Nakasero. But if I'm to jog inside my residence, that's luxury to me. Like I don't need to get out of my gate and then run on the street. No, I can do it inside. I know. So if I can do it inside my residence, that's peak. That's really peak for me. Yeah.
But that will encourage you to do this.
I know.
Most of the time when you come back from work, it's hard for you to go again
now
to
get
the
up.
gym
Yeah.
and these things. So all of us, we
So
don't
if
do
it's
this.
just downstairs and I can just, take the elevator down, I'm in the gym, I'm in the sauna, I'm at the running track.
How
That's
about
luxury
Ibrahim?
to me, yeah.
For me, what I'm looking for, it's peace of mind.
Oh,
Peace of mind is very, very
Almost
important.
similar to what
When I come and I want to buy this kind of a property, for sure I should have this one. So, for example, when we are talking about the entertainment for your kids that we have in the project, the games room, the playground area, and these things, it's very, very important to find this way. So your children can enjoy the swimming pools that you have, the barbecue areas that you have, that you can get a quality time with your family. It's
sure.
easy to share with them some exercise, something to do with them, because we all work and we're all very, very busy. So we don't have the time. We don't have the time to do some exercises with our kids and these things. So once you have this in your apartment, in your building, this will be easy for you to have this time.
for sure.
So this thing, for sure, if your children are happy and they're growing up in this community, for sure this thing will give you peace of mind. Another thing, the property management itself.
Yeah.
It's very, very important thing for me. So it will not make sense that I put a property in a luxury building, as we said, and I may face a problem and I couldn't find anyone who can assist
To help, yes.
or help me at any time. So we have a very special thing that in our VAAL buildings, for example in Kenya, that our maintenance team are living inside the project.
So they're like 1 minute away, 1 call away.
Any problem you may face, you will find someone to help you. This also peace of
Immediately.
mind.
Perfect.
So Brian also mentioned something, the places that we are using, the qualities that we are using. This thing guarantee for you that you will not face a problem. Because, for example, the places that we are using in the kitchen, it's Posh, it's a German brand.
That's the top.
Very good.
Yeah.
That means I don't have to maintain it,
Wear
for
and
example,
tear.
every week or every month and at this thing. So peace of mind is a very important concept for me to have in the luxury properties that I will buy.
That's nice.
I forgot to mention one. One very important one, that if I don't mention that, I'll be a liar. I love aesthetics. So when we talk about aesthetics, we're going to talk about the view. A view is a very big luxury, by the way. You can have your nice apartment somewhere, but when you get out, when you draw your curtains like this, you're looking at a slum. Oh my God, that can ruin your day from the start. So when you wake up and you're looking at the golf course, there's something that just, you're having a good day from the start. That's luxury to me for sure. So having an infinity pool.
You know the things I consider luxury,
Yeah.
in my view, exclusivity. If everyone goes to the same place,
access,
if it's for every single person, that's not for me.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why that is because I like serenity. I like order.
Of course,
Now,
yeah.
in most cases, when it becomes for every single person, the order or the serenity gets compromised.
Yeah.
And that's what I do not want. So I would probably say exclusivity,
Okay.
serenity, which probably ties into the peace of mind that Ibrahim was saying.
Yeah.
I like knowing that in a space, things are done. If something happens, for instance, a concert and the reception 24/7, I want to know, regardless of the time I come or anything happens, there's someone I can ask to explain.
Real quick, yes.
I do not want to do the hard work myself.
True.
The other, of course, is a gym. It's already hard work, actually, going to the gym. Now, imagine why most people tend not to work out is because if you have to leave work, then drive through the traffic, go to the gym, then come back.
Drive back.
So it makes it, I find it like it makes it so easy for me to pretty much do something that I enjoy from the comfort of my home. So a gym becomes very, very crucial.
Crucial, yeah.
Fully equipped gym. And then I think the green spaces. I like to chill.
Yeah.
But it's so surprising that when you mention these amenities, what every one of us has mentioned, how it's so different. Almost everyone looks up different.
Differently, yeah.
So that brings a project like the bridge that we launched recently that has almost 25.
25. So there's
I
no
mentioned
excuse.
4, and there's so many that I didn't even mention.
We didn't mention the cinema. We didn't mention golf right now.
We didn't even talk about the sunset decks.
So it's amazing.
So
Yeah.
you can imagine the experience. How
Yeah.
I just need to add something. Joey mentioned the view. So one of the most important thing for me when we want to talk about luxury, the construction itself
Yeah.
for the building. How would the building look like?
the facade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Architect.
The architect for the building, how it's look like. This is very, very important thing. So we are talking about Cadenza, for example. We are constructing right now the highest residential building in Uganda. That's something, it can give you exclusivity for sure.
Yeah.
Or
It's an
be-
address on its own, isn't it?
That's a landmark. Yeah.
I have an apartment in the highest residential building in Uganda.
Yeah.
So you couldn't find anywhere. This is the only one. And I can give you an example for example, in Dubai, Burj Khalifa, for example, right now. It's the highest building in the world. People now, they define themselves how far from this.
From the
The
foundation.
prestige, yeah.
The fountain.
So you can find a luxury developers. They said, I'm, for example, 500
Meters
meters
from the
far
Burj
from
Khalifa.
Burj Khalifa. So
Absolutely.
it became address in itself.
Yeah.
So that's how luxury means.
Yeah.
If you have a unique design, a unique architect for your building that you have. For example, also in the beach that we have a beach in the 13th floor in a cafe.
Yeah.
Is
That's
there
not
anything
anywhere.
here
So you know,
like this one? So
that almost brings another element that you've just brought up. If someone is buying or investing with you and is saying, this building, you're pretty much 500
Meters away from.
the Burj Khalifa, or you have the Burj Khalifa view. Or in the case of Uganda, if someone would say you have the Cadenza view,
For sure.
say, it almost introduces the other element of endorsement, because clearly you're selling your unit based on the fact that there is the Burj Khalifa, or you're selling your unit based on the fact that it's next to Cadenza, which brings endorsements. Would you probably say what's your take when it comes to endorsements of brands, especially and luxury? How do those two come up?
For me, I feel like endorsement is as much as the people that endorse as the people that buy. There's a thin line, So if, I'll give an example. Okay, endorsement, I like to relate it to trust.
Yeah.
I like to relate it to prestige as well.
Yeah.
So, Brian, if you are coming up with something, you would want a big brand or a big name to endorse it, because that is going to bring you your target market. That is a very, very big factor when you're talking about luxury. Because if something is luxury, the endorsement is also going to be at the same point of view.
Okay. So you're probably looking at someone, let's say in the case of Uganda, most of these projects that we've done so far, I think the last one we did, you had the Minister of Finance, then you had the State Minister as well, Honorable Nite, all of them. Would you probably say that is that the angle you're trying to
Yes,
relate?
that's the angle I'm trying to relate it into, because it sets the precedent of who is our target market exactly, who is endorsing. For example, I don't think the president of Uganda can endorse something which is trash, I would like to say, because there's a level to that. If Minister of Finance wouldn't have endorsed the bridge if it's something that you are seeing potholes in or loopholes. So endorsement builds trust, and trust is very important in luxury,
Pretty much
in real
luxury.
estate.
If people don't perceive it as a luxury,
Yeah.
that
People are saying, oh, by the way, the State Minister of Finance is one that endorsed that project. That's already a big deal.
does that work the same way in Turkey, Ibrahim?
For sure. People are in Turkey, for example, they are looking for the communities that they will live in. Who is living there? Who is buying there? So in Turkey, for example, they can market the project with the people who are living.
Like the Trump Tower, for instance.
For example, our office in Trump Tower. So once you tell people we are in Trump Tower, that gives them what kind of company is this? They can see the value that we will get. They can see what kind of companies they will deal with. So right now, it's really very important to have this one, the brand, to have your brand, because we have something it's called love to belong. People love to belong to something. So if you have a good brand, as Joy said, the trust that you will deliver to the people, and you deliver these things, what they expect from you. For sure, this one will let people love to belong to this place. So, and also I talked about the network or the community that you will have. People love to be in this community. Who will be my neighbor, who I will deal with, because this for sure it's part of the experience we talked about. So if your neighbor is no good, for sure you will suffer.
That's
For sure. I think that we can agree about this one. In Arabic we say you should choose your neighbor before you choose your property.
Oh, so show me your friends and I'll show you where you okay.
He said this as it is. So it's really very, very important to see what is the communities that I will join. What is the value I will get from these people.
Okay.
We've pretty much talked about luxury, and I feel like we're almost coming to the end of the conversation. But for the people out there, the people who have been viewing, people who have been following us, if you were to probably say your top 3 takeaways on what someone should look out for, or if they're looking to invest in luxury real estate, what are the top 3 that they should look out for? Takeaways for the for the chat to end, starting with
Ibrahim.
the international one now.
I think we can start with the developer itself. It's very, very important and clear. To get the luxury property, you should be with the luxury developer. You couldn't get this one until you get this one. So you should take care about the developer itself. Who is the developer? To trust. You will trust this developer to give you the best products, best experience, and the best quality. So developer in real estate is something essential. You should take care about it. The other thing for sure it will be the location. After you get the right developer, the right developer in the right location. It should be like this. I think we explained about location, how it affects on the luxury experience, how it's very, very important thing we should take care about. So if you are in the right property, in the right location, that will give you the best experience.
So those are 2. Third.
The third one, for me, quality for sure.
Quality.
The quality that you are providing. So
that's the quality of the finishes, right?
For the quality of finishings, the kind of materials that you are using. I talked about the design, how it look like, because this is very, very important thing. So when you are talking about VAAL, for example, we are using most of the finishing materials. We get it from Turkey. That's how you can get you can show that you will get a very, very good
All right, Ibrahim. How about Joy?
I will go and wish, and I would, what I would say, I think would be more familiar with someone who relates with me. But ideally, if I'm looking out for luxury in a building, I'm going to look for value. Value comes in too many ways. But for me, it's the experience as well. I'm taking you back from where I started. How the property makes me feel. What am I gaining from this property? What are the amenities? What am I enjoying in this apartment? You know, do I get to do this? Do I get to do that? Because these days I feel like it's no longer about getting an apartment,
That's true.
but it's about what this apartment is adding to you. I mean, it's just four walls. Anyone can have four walls, but what else am I enjoying in this building? So luxury is having pretty much that 5-star experience every day. You have the concierge on a daily basis. You have security, because ideally you can't even enjoy these amenities if you're not secure, you know. So security is also part, much as it might look like a bare minimum, but security is really part of luxury as well. So am I secure? Am I able to enjoy all these experiences in the location that I'm in? So amenities for sure, which also of course translates into the quality of lifestyle, and then of course security. The last one I would like to mention is wellness. I've talked about already wellness in luxury, but ideally, how is this improving the quality of my life? I will not say we are young, but yeah, for sure we are young, and the more we tackle these things that affect us at this age, by the time we're in our 50s, 60s, we're going to have a better quality of life than
What
you know.
the person in their
So
50s do now? It's a bit too late.
it's not too late, but of course, you know, when you start at 20, you know, you're helping your body function as it should function as a 20-year-old. You know, there are people who are 20, but their body is functioning as a 40-year-old because of the quality of life.
I have
So,
to agree.
yeah.
Like, I have to agree. Property developer are quite important, especially anyone who is pretty much telling you about luxury should at least have demonstrated the ability or experience of having
To
done that
deliver, yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And I think that's why personally I also tend to go in that with that route. If someone is selling me something luxury, then I would want to know, have you done it before? What's your level of expertise? It's very difficult for you to sell something you don't understand.
For sure.
That's becomes, I think, like a marker. Amenities, I think something that you've also just mentioned, it's no longer just about brick and mortar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Uganda, people are becoming more exposed. They're traveling every now and then. They get to experience all these kind of lifestyles whenever they travel. So it becomes quite important that ideally, if you have a building that must not have a swimming pool, heated or whichever, it should not probably fall in that mark, because that's like the basics.
The bare minimum. Yeah.
Amenities play a very big role. And then now, to me, there's another component that I probably try to consider, and that's the after sale. After someone has sold me the unit, what happens?
What else?
What happens? What plan do they have in place for that luxury or that unit that they've just given me, to make sure it does not deteriorate, does not go down its value? Or if I'm not there, how do they help me manage it? Just imagine if you probably go to a Mercedes showroom, you're buying it brand new. They'll probably tell you you buy the car and you have 5-year warranty. That's pretty much an after sale. Regardless, it doesn't matter what happens. I'm very sure that I'll bring back my car and you can service it. Easy. Property is no longer just about building and someone running away. So how sure am I that you're promising me quality, promising me all these amenities, but after 1 year you're not going to be there. Where do I find you?
Yeah.
So that becomes crucial for me, that I need to understand what's the plan for the developer when they're done constructing. Are they planning to stay? Have they done it already? Meaning their track record. And also in terms of the value for money, what kind of finishes do they probably do?
Okay.
That value for money goes also into their processes. Are they people who have all the approvals, for instance? When it comes to construction, what new standards are they actually using? Are they looking at cutting corners? What do they really have in place? To me, I find those are serious markers that anyone out there, if they're looking at investing in luxury real estate, are things they should probably consider.
Consider this theft.
So it's been a wonderful chat having you all.
For sure.
For sure, it's
Finally
very,
come to
very
the end
interesting.
of the podcast. To people that have been watching, thank you very much for following the story. We've gone through pretty much what luxury is in real estate. We've tried to explain from a Ugandan perspective, especially with me and John. Ibrahim has given us another take of how it normally works in Turkey. We have an office at Ari Towers on Macnon Road for those who would want to come and visit us and get to know more about what the conversation was about. For those who would also want to come and have a look at the properties VAAL is currently developing, you're welcome. We have a show house on site for Cadenza, which is destined to be Uganda's tallest residential tower on completion. And about 3 months ago, we also launched another project in Kololo called The Bridge. Has amenities to literally die for. So pay us a visit. We look forward to seeing you when you visit, and see you next time.